Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 119 of the Level Up program and day 34 of the Purple Belt level. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm gearing up for my trip to go to Chicago this weekend. Actually, tomorrow I'll be leaving for Chicago. And I'm going to be meeting up with Big AZ, Demon Dog Chris, and Sith Lord Corey, and probably a few other people. And we'll be meeting up at the Harrah's Casino in Joliet, Illinois. We also are going to be possibly going to the Blue Chip to meet up with AZ, depending on what's going on with this car situation. And today what we're going to do is we're going to go through the bet levels, or my betting plan for going to the casino tomorrow. So what am I going to be doing? What are the bet levels? And I'm going to go there basically with 3 different strategies. So let's start off with the first strategy that we're going to go with. Or actually, yeah, let's start off with the first strategy that I'm going to go with. And I'm going to start off with the Horseman. I'm counting on it being a $15 table. So what'll happen is with the Horseman, I'm going to start off with a $50 don't pass bet. And we're going to do a come out. So let me grab some dice here. So let's say the come out is a 5. It's a 3-2-5. And we grab my stick and my puck. I'm not used to doing the rollouts anymore. So the puck will be on 5. And on the first roll then, or on the first, after the point is set, what we're going to do is we're going to go $18 on the 6 and 8. So we're going to go with this $18, 6 and 8. And then we're also going to go with a $25 come bet. So what we'll do then is, let's say the dice is rolled again. And we have a 2-2-4, hard 4. So this come bet's going to travel to the 4. And then I'm going to have to make a decision of taking one of the 2 bets down here, either the 6 or the 8. So let's take the 8 down for now. And we're going to go up with another come bet. And remember, I'm going to go through $100, or I'm sorry, it's going to be 4 bet levels. So we're going to do 3 come bets and 1 don't pass. In addition to these, as we come and take them on and off. We're going to go dice out again for another roll. And we have magic aces, which would be the come bet loser. And again, we would have 1 more unit to spend yet. So this would be the next one here. And we're going to go with 5-1-6. So that would be nice because that 6 there will pay out $21. And our come bet would travel. So that would allow me now to pull these bets down. And my goal is to make at least $100 in addition to what we had out there. So this is our starting 6 and 8 that's in the rack right here. I don't know if we can see that. Yeah, we can see that on the thing here. But now we have 2 come bets set and we have our don't pass. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully wait for that 7 to come out, or hopefully one of those come bets would pay out. Well, we rolled a 5, so the puck would be off. We would lose that don't pass bet. But that's what we're looking at for my laid back strategy. And this is the strategy that I'll probably start off with in the beginning of each session that we get until we know who's rolling what at the table. So that would be the Horseman. That's what I'm going to start off with. Good morning, SJ. So anyhow, that's the first strategy that we're going to be doing. Another strategy that I'm going to be doing, which is a low bankroll type strategy. And remember, we're going to be hopefully on a $15 table this weekend, is I'm just going to pick 2 numbers. So let's say we're gonna play the 5 and a 9. So on the come out, I'm gonna probably do a $40 don't pass bet. And we'll look for a point here. And let's say that 426 is a point. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up the 5 and the 9 for 15 each. Remember, $15 table. So right now what I have is I have $70 out on the table. I'm going to be bringing about $1,000 bankroll. So that way I'm going to hopefully have to have enough for several shooters. Hopefully at least 10 or more shooters worth. And then we're just going to play this out. And what I'll do then is I'll start making my presses on these bets. And remember, we have a $40 don't pass bet. That's going to cover this initial $30 layout, hopefully. So what we're gonna do is actually I'm gonna do $20 on the 5 and 9. So that we got $40 out here. We have $40 on the don't pass. And if let's say one of them hits, let's say the 5 hits, that $20 there is gonna get paid out. I'm brain farting here, guys, today. 10 pays 14. So that's going to pay out $28. So let's pay that out in nickels here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this $20 here and I'm going to press each one of them up to $35. So that's 30, 35. And then we're going to have to put in $2 from our rack in order to get the other one up to $35. Okay, let's say the 5 or 9 hits again, and then we're going to press it up to $55. So kind of the press type, trying to make these bets higher, trying to make them bigger as we go, just by pressing. And then I'll see how the bankroll is going. I might do some regression in that strategy as well. So anyhow, that's just kind of the two simple strategies I'm going to be using when I'm at the casino in Chicago tomorrow when I meet up with Big AZ and Demon Dog Chris and Sith Lord Corey. So we're going to start off with the Horseman, or we'll pick two numbers, probably the 5 and the 9. We'll do a press and regress type situation there. Now, if I can get ahead, or if I feel confident in a shooter, and hopefully that shooter that I'm confident in is myself, what'll happen is I'm gonna start doing what my normal betting is that I show you guys on the table here on Crapsee every single day when I'm doing my betting. And what I do with the betting is I will start off with a $20 pass line bet. I'll do a $3 craps check, and then I go 5, 5, 5 on the ATS. Okay, so that's what my normal start betting scheme is. Now, the pass line is different, is played separately than what the box numbers would be. And in fact, what I might do, because I believe the table that I'm going to be at has a repeater bet, so I'm going to put we're going to start at $25 on that pass line, and we'll throw a $5 repeater bet out, because I do tend to throw a lot of repeaters, something we don't have in Crapsee. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out when I get there. But when I'm playing Crapsee, I have a $20 pass line bet, 555 on the ATS, $3 craps check. And if we go with the $5 for the repeater bet, we'll go with the $25 pass line bet, $5 repeater bet. Now we're going to have to add another penny to the craps check, and that'll hopefully help cover all the other bets. So that's what we're going to do with that. If the pass line point would hit, let's say the 9's the point, we roll the 9 again, we would normally go up to $22 on that pass line, but that would be going up to 27 now. And we're going to probably stay at this $4 craps check, and obviously these would still stay intact. if we would, let's say the next point is an 8, let's say we hit that 8 again, normally we would go to a $40 pass line bet. And again, we're going to have that we're not going to put that extra in there. So we'll stay with $40 there, and then our craps check would go to a $6 craps check. So again, like I said, I played those separate, the pass line, the craps check, and the ATS. And also if we have the repeater bet, those are all played separate compared to what my normal betting on the box numbers is. So let's go through the box number hits are, and hopefully this helps you guys a little bit. I know this is different than my normal shooting routine, but this is also part of the level up program, trying to learn how to bet, how to place your bets, how to progress your bets, how to regress and how to collect the money back. Let's say the 6 is the point, and we had our pass line out there, whether it be $20 or $25 or whatever we're going to go with. But let's say the point becomes a 6. So what you're going to do is, if the point is a 6, we're going to offer or give the dealer $140. And that $140, we're going to ask them to go across on that. So I'm going to break this down a little bit so you guys can see what that $140 actually is. So with the $140, what we're going to do is we're going to go $20 on that 4. We're going to go $20 on the 10. We're going to go $35 on that 5, $35 on the 9. And we're going to go $30 on that 8. And then I would go $15 in pass line odds. Okay, so that's what that $140, it's actually $155 total, but the $140 would actually look like or what we would give to the dealer. Okay, so that would be if the point is a, I'm going to just pull these back because I'm going to probably reuse some of these bets here. So that's what it would look like if the point was a 6. Now, if the point was a 5, what we'd do is we would offer the dealer $145. Okay, so what we're going to do there now is we're going to go $30 on the 6 and 8. We're going to go $20 on the 4 and 10. We're going to go $35 on that 9. And that's what our initial bet would be. We would also go with $15 in pass line odds. And I got to check my numbers on that because that seems like it's off. The $145 seems like it's a little bit off. So I will check that later on before we go tomorrow. And then the last one is if the point is a 4, what we're going to do is we're going to go $30 on the 6 and 8 again. We're going to go 35 on that 9. We're going to go 35 on the 5. We are not going to do any pass line odds. So we got 35, 35, 30, 30, and 20. Okay. That's what the initial layouts for each bet would look like. So there we go. That's okay. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you what each progression would be for the numbers that we're going to be at. So let's say we have the 6 or the 8 is the point. Let's say the 6 is the point. Again, we're going to go $30 on that 6 and 8. I'm just going to do these two numbers right now, because I'm going to show you what the progression is. So we're going to go for at least 3 box hits. And those 3 box hits, I'm going to either consider pressing up as they hit, or I'm just going to collect as they hit, depending on where my bankroll is at. But once we get the 3 box hits, we're going to come back down to that 96 across. So on the 6 and 8, let's say the point is a 5, but because we're going to work on the 6 and 8 here. But on the 6 and 8, that's going to be $18 on the 6 and $18 on the 8. Okay, so let's say the 6 hits. That 6 will pay out $21. Okay, we're going to take $3 from our rack. We're going to drop that in, and we're going to make both of them look like $30. 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's $30 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 20. 3, 4, 5, and that's 30 right there. So each one of them looks like $30 then. If the 6 or 8 again would hit, we're going to press them up to $42. So that $30 on, let's say the 6 hits, that's going to pay out $35. And we're going to press it up to 42 each. So we're going to have to get some singles and some nickels here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to take $12 each goes onto the rack. So let's get 5 singles. 2, 3, 4, 5. So $12 on each goes on top of the rack. That'll let us bring $13 back to the rack. If that $42 would hit, then we would press it up to 66, and that's where we start going from that sister press now to a single press. So let's say this 42 here hits, it's going to pay us $50 for one. Okay, and we're going to bring this up to $66. So there's 50, 60, 65, 66. And this would come back to the rack. So we're bringing back $6. Okay, let's say that $66 hits. We're going to press that 66 will pay out 77, and we're going to press that up to $90. So let's go 50, 75, 85, and 90, and then that would allow us to bring $53 back to the rack. If that 90 hits, obviously we would press it up. That 90 is going to pay 105. So 105 is what that would pay out. And we're going to press it from 90 all the way up to 180 right away. But look at what we did, guys. We went from $18 to $30 to 42 to 60 to 90. And now we're going to repeat that. So remember, 18 was our first number. So if you add a 0 to it, we go from 90 to 180. So we're going to go right here, take that 100, 75, 180, and that's going to allow us to bring $15 back to the rack. So remember, we went 18 to 30, so that 180 is going to go to 300. So if that 180 hits, that's going to pay out $210. And we're going to go up to up to $300. So we'll go $300, and that's going to allow us to bring back to the rack $90. If that 300 hits, if we get it up that high, because that's a pretty high number already, but if that 300 hits, that's going to pay out $350. Okay, and we're going to press it up to 420 then. So let's take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that back in there. So we're going to go to 420. So we'd put another black chip on there, $20, and that would allow us to bring back $230 off of that hit. And then now, I'm not sure what the table limits are in Chicago, but at my local casino, we have a $500 per number max bet on the bets, or on your box numbers. So on that 6, the max bet that I can have is $504. So if that 420 hits, that's going to pay out $500 for 10. Okay, and we're going to press that up to $504. So we're basically swapping that out. We're just going to add $4, and we're going to basically swap that out. We're going to take back the $420 to our rack. And then we can go back to our betting scheme. So remember, we went 18, 30, 42, 66, 90, and we did the 180, and then the 30, then the 420, 504 because of the table limit. But let's say the table limit is higher, we'd go to 660, and then 900 would be the next progressions on that 6 and 8. So remember, it's going to be a sister press for the first 3 presses. So 18, 30, and 42 are going to be sister presses. And then after that $42, we're going to go to a $66 single press. And it's just the number that's hit is the one that's going to be pressed up. So that's what the progressions, the betting progressions will look like on the 6 and the 8. Now let me clean this up really quick here, and then we're going to go through the betting progressions on the 5 and the 9. And hopefully you guys are finding some value in this. You guys will kind of see what I'm going to be doing. Remember, this channel, the Level Up program, is all about transparency. So we're trying to make things as transparent as possible, so you guys kind of have an idea of what we're doing. And I'm not saying that this is the perfect way of doing things, but this is one of the things that I'm trying to do to hopefully get them better. Okay, and I'm just checking the chat really quick. We have SJ, Ada, Craig from Obey Craps. Hopefully everything went well at AC for you, Craig. Justice Jen is here today. I'm not going to do just chips. If we have time left, we're going to do some dice rolling. I just want to kind of go through what we're doing, what I'm planning on doing for tomorrow when I meet up with Big AZ. Duracell 8 is here. Good morning. Freda's here. Marble Fork is here. Awesome. We have Michael. So that is great. So anyhow, I could put a chip out for every hit. I would do probably some rack management type stuff there, so as well. But anyhow, let's say the 5 or 9. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with after we do our regression, so we get our 3 box hits. Our 9 is going to start off at $20. Our 5 or 9. So we're going to start off at $20 on the 5 and 9. If either the 5 or 9 hits, we're going to take that $20. That's going to pay out 28. I'm going to pay myself in nickels and pennies here. So we're going to take that $20. We're going to press both of them up to $35 each. So that's going to be 20, 30, 35, 30, and we're going to have to drop in $2 from our rack to get to that 35 on the 9. So that would be our first sister press. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to go right into single pressing. So let's work with the 9 here. I'm just going to swap these out because it's a little bit easier. There's less singles. Let's say that 9 hits again, and that's $35. There's going to pay out $50 for 1. Okay, so we're just going to press that right up to $60, and that's just dropping in a quarter. So remember, we have 35 in there. A quarter will make that 60, but I'm going to clean this up a little bit. So basically what we're going to do off that hit is we're going to take back 25 bucks to the rack. Okay, that's $60 that hit. We're going to go right up to $100. So that $60 is going to pay out $84. And we're going to go right up to $100 on that. So let's get a $100 chip. And that's going to allow us to bring back $35, $40, $44. And then we'll go right back into our rack. If that $100 would hit, that obviously pays out $140. And we're going to go right up to $200. So right here is where our numbers start repeating itself. So remember, we started at 20 on that 5 and 9. We went to 35, then to 60 to 100. So remember, 20, 35, 60, and 100. That's just going to repeat itself. We're just going to add a 0 at the end. So that 20 will become a 200. That 35 would become a 350. And then remember, table maximum is 500. So we're going to go from 350 right to 500. But then from 500 to 600 would be our betting progression on that. So hopefully that kind of makes sense to you guys. We would go $20, that's a sister. We'd start off at 20 on the 5 and 9. We would go to $60 as a sister press. I'm sorry, $35 as a sister press. We go right from that 35 up to 60. From 60 right up to 100. And then that 100 we would go up to 200. And then we would go to 350, 500, and 600. So hopefully that makes sense on that perspective. And then the last box number options that we would have, obviously, is the 4 and 10. And I'll go through that as soon as I clean this up here. So that 4 and 10, remember that when we regress, we're going to start over at the $15 level. Okay, so we'd be $15 on that 4 4 and $15 on the 10. If either one of them would hit, the first time it's going to be a sister press. So that $15 obviously pays out $27. Okay, and we're going to press it from 15 right up to 25. So we're going to put 10 on each of them. That would allow us to bring back $12 to our rack. From here now, we're going to go to our single pressing, and all we're going to do is we're just going to double it up. Remember that we also have VIGs included in this as well. So this $25 bet on either one of these, and I'm not sure if they do VIGs ahead of the time when you put the bet down on the 4 and 10, or if they pay the VIGs on the win. I'm not sure how they do that. I know my local casino, you put your buy bet in, you pay the VIG right away. So that way, if you do lose that bet, you also lose that VIG. But if you take the bet off the table, they pay that VIG back. But anyhow, let's just assume that the VIGs will be taken out. $25 will pay out $50. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically put the $50 on there, rack to 25. That $50 bet would then also go up to 100. We would put the 100 on, take the 50. That 100 would pay out 200. We would take the 100, put the 200 out. That 200 would pay out 400. So we would put the 400 on, take the 200 and rack it. That 400 here would pay out 800 now. So here's where, again, we got to look at table maxes. So if the table max is 500, what we're going to do is we're going to take these off. The 500 goes on there, so we're racking actually $700 there. Okay, if it does go up again, remember all we're doing on the 4 and 10 is we're just doubling those bets up. So that 500 would pay 1,000. We would put 1,000 on here, rack to 500. If that 1,000 would hit, that would pay out 2,000. We would put the 2,000 out and we would rack to 1,000. So that kind of gives you guys an idea of hopefully how I'm going to be doing my betting this weekend and the plan that I have going forward. So let's clean this up a little bit here, guys, and we're going to switch to camera views so that way we can go through and we can start doing some dice rolling here today and get a little bit of warm-up practice in for our shooting, or for our trip for tomorrow. So I'm going to change the camera view here a little bit, and you guys can kind of see a little bit of the behind the scenes of my table. I'm going to do some quick adjustments here. And give you guys a little tour of what my dungeon looks like, my craps table dungeon. I have a little cheat board up here with my bet progressions and my dice set results. And I know I'm going a little bit fast here, but this is what the table room looks like. I have some foam up on the walls to help with soundproofing. I have a bunch of junk wood and PVC piping around. And I have my homemade umbrella lights. So I made these lights out of umbrellas, and I know I'm going really fast at this, so that's what my floodlights look like. So I'm just gonna set the camera on the table. We're gonna flip this light around and I'll readjust the camera, and then we'll do some dice rolling here. So I gotta flip my light around so that way we can light up the back side of the table. And I'm just going to adjust the viewpoint so that way the purple shows my landing zone. And that should be about right here. And I'm just going to check the chats really quick and let's get some rolling. And I don't know how much we're going to do. We're going to try to go till about 9 o'clock, so about a half an hour here. And I'm going to get into Crapsee while we're doing this. So that way, if you guys do want to join in, the Crapsee code is up on the screen. I see that 3 people are in Crapsee already. So we got Uncle Hoku's here. So it is on the screen now. And okay, good. Okay, we're going to start with a 4-2-4-5 dice set. We're going to go with a $20 pass line bet. And I'm going to give you guys just a couple seconds to get into Crapsee. I know that this is kind of a late start, so we have a $3 craps check. We're going to go 555 with that ATS, and I have not done any dice rolls yet today, so we are going to be starting this off completely fresh. Let me get KPI roll tracker engaged. And I think we are all set. So let's go all bets set here, guys. So we've got 5 people in Crapsee already. And 4245 is the dice set. And here we go. And we're starting off with a 268. Easy 8. So the point will be 8. And I had everything rearranged on the table here, so I gotta get everything back to the way I like it. 4245. And I gotta put that in Crapsee. We had a 26. So we're going to go with, like I said, that 140 cross bet level here. So that's going to be 35 on that 5 and 9. 30 on the 6. We're going to go 20 on that 4 and 10. And we are going to go $15 on pass line odds. So we're going to call that all bets set and dice out. So hopefully that helped you guys. I know that was a little bit different of a start than what I would normally do. But we are all about transparency. We are all about the dice rolling, but also the betting progressions. And trying to alter our betting so that way it becomes more shooter based. And that right die left just a little bit early here, guys, and we got a 527. So it's an early 0.7 out. And that 5-2 is a primary hit, by the way. So both dice did stay on axis for that one, and it just happened to roll over into that 5-2 position. Okay, so we're going to start it over again. 4245. Again, $20 on the pass line bet. $3 craps check. And 555 for that ATS. And let's get a little bit of length into this roll now. The pressing gen is semi-aggressive. I'm actually pressing, once I get to a certain level, I'm actually pressing only 40% of the win. But it's after the first 2 sister presses on most of the numbers. So, I mean, it is semi-aggressive, but it is less than half pressing once I get into the betting progression in that. So, anyhow, we got all bets set and dice on. Second shooter and looking for a point. And we have a 156 mixer. Christmas Sideshow Gamble. One of the things I hope to do in late August, or hopefully before that, but in late August when I meet up with Alfredo, is to sit down with him and go through his betting progressions. And more importantly, how to do your recoveries. So that, let's say that you are, you're behind on your bankroll a little bit and you need to recover some money to get going again, and see what the type of things that he does when he tries to recover. So we got 140 across bet level again. That's going to be 35 on that 5 and 9 again. 20 on the 4 and 10. And we got 30 on that 8. We got $15 on pass line odds. And we'll go all bets set and dice out. And darn it, double pitch this time, guys. 2.7 outs. Not a good start. Let's get those out of our system today, so tomorrow we will have some nice long rolls. I apologize to anybody that's playing along. If you guys need rebuys, let me know. Hopefully we work with these kinks out. But that was 2 different 7s that we did here. So the first one was a primary 7, which is the 5-2, and the second 7 we got was a double pitch 7, which is the 4-3. So there is no pattern that's developing yet, so that's something that we would try to look out for. So we got $3 on that craps check, $20 on the pass line, 555 on the ATS, and we got all bets set. Okay, shooter number 3, and we're only 5 rolls in here, guys, so hopefully this is not an indication of what's going to happen tomorrow. I know the Big AZ's been having some very bad luck on this trip so far, and hopefully tomorrow we can turn his luck around for him. That left die left a little bit early again, but we got a 5-1 mixer again. So 6 is the point. It's the second 5-1 mixer that we threw today. And I think we've been on the 6 for, no, we were on the 8 the first time, and then the 6 for our second point. So 5-1. Again, we're going to go with that 180 or 140 across bet level. It's 35 on the 5 and 9. 20 on the 4 and 10. And we're going with $30 on the 8, $15 pass line to bet, or pass line odds. 4-2-4-5 is the dice set. And the other dice set that I might be using, guys, is that 5-3-5-4 dice set. And that's one thing that I forgot to mention is with dice sets. I'm going to try to use this 4-2-4-5 because I'm actually really happy with it. But that 5-3-5-4 dice set that I had done earlier, I really liked because that was a really good variety dice set. I hit a lot of ATS bets with that one. So if the 4-2-4-5 isn't working, I might go to the 5-3-5-4 dice set. Plus, there's a bunch of other ones that are out there available for me to use as well. This time the right die left a little bit early, but we have a 5-6 mid-mo-yo. So you need to work on the grip and release a little bit better here. That is a pass line winner. It helps with the ATS. But we are going to need to put in that craps check again because we're still looking. That is not. We already have a point set. Never mind. Strike everything I just said. That does. It helps with the ATS, but it does nothing else for other bets. So 4-2, 4-5. And I'll bet set. Chen. No DC or DP for me, huh? So if you caught the beginning here, I will be doing probably the Horseman to start off with tomorrow, as well as a DP bet with the picking up the 5 and 9. And we have a 4-6-10, Waylon's best friend way in the end. That right die stuck and did not go forward at all. We're going to say shooter hit the dice back wall with both dice. So we're going to go to $25 on that 4 and 10. That'll be our box hit number 1 for the shooter. And that's the first box hit that we are actually able to progress up on since we started today. 4-2, 4-5. And we get our bet set. So I saw that Craig is here. We have a 213 Alfredo sauce, ace deuce. So that Craig is in the chat. Craig, let us know how you guys did in AC the last couple of days. Kind of curious to see. Hopefully you guys will put out some kind of video, trip report video. That would be really neat to see. I've been looking for stuff from you and Jeff, and I have not seen anything at all. So that was a 213, the house with the ATS. It does nothing for our box numbers. So we're going to go all bets set here. Give you guys just 1 second to get your bets in. And dice out. Here we go. And a 257. Same thing, primary hit. So very short rolls here, guys. Something like this I would consider, since we're doing mostly primary hits here or single pitch hits, maybe considering altering the dice tomorrow, maybe a quarter turn in that, but we'll see how that goes. 4-2, 4-5 is going to be our dice set here. If I can even find a dice set. There we go. 4-2, 4-5. Again, $15 on that pass line bet, or $20 on the pass line bet, $3 craps check, 555 for the ATS. I'll have to check that out, Craig. You put a trip report in his Discord server under trip reports. Awesome. I'll have to do that. Video will be kind of neat though. So, okay. Go all bet set. I am just getting ready to test my bankroll recovery system here there, so it's gonna be needed for today. So anyhow, here we go. Shooter number 4. Terrible, terrible, terrible so far. And we have Magic Aces as a come out. Helps again with the ATS. Does nothing for the box hits. Still looking for a point. That craps check does help us out here. Again, no, don't work your come outs with me. Make sure you do play a craps check. So we're gonna go back up for $20 on that on the pass line. $3 craps check still is intact because it was one. 4245 is the dice set, and our ATS is at 555. So we made $1 off of this shooter so far. Got all bets set and dice out. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna probably call her quits pretty soon here, guys. Double pitch. We are just alternating between that primary 7 and the double pitch 7. We are getting nowhere on our shooters. We have the longest roll is 5. We're gonna go one more shooter here, guys, and if I don't make anything out of it, we're gonna call it quits right there. It's funny how things go like that. 4-2-4-5. So I changed the show dynamics just a little bit, and it throws everything off. So $20 on that pass line, $3 on the craps check. That was a come out. Never mind. Anyhow, we're going $3 on the craps check. We're going back up on the ATS for 555. So this is still shooter number 4. Still looking for a point. And all bet set. And we have another 7, guys. 527. We're back on that primary 7. So maybe we can set a record for most number of 7s thrown today. So Jen, do not be playing dark side on me here right now. 4-2, 4-5. So, and this is, guys, actually good that this is happening because you can kind of read to see what the dice is doing. You know, we're switching back and forth between the primary and the doubles here, the double pitches and that. You know, so if we could find something that protects us on that from a dice set, that would be the best bet. You know, something to consider. But $20 pass line bet, yeah, $3 craps check, 555 on an ATS. We actually made $5 off of this shooter so far. And we still have got to get a point. We still have to have a point set yet. So, dice up. Dice landed and they split, and we have that double pitch again, but this time we have a 5-5 Hard 10 Old Bay Bushel. Obviously after Craig from Old Bay Craps. Make sure you guys go out and subscribe and support his content. Very quality content. 4-2, 4-5 is our dice set. And we're going to go with 150 across bet level. So that's going to be $20 on that 4. And we're going to go $35 on the 5 and 9. $30 on the 6 and 8. And we will not have any pass line odds right now. So go all bets set and dice out. And here we go. Dice feel like they're splitting apart a bit. We'll regrip them. Dice landed and they crossed, and we got a 4-6-10. Waylon's best friend way in the end. It's the second 4-6-10 that we've thrown today. And that was our point, so we buckshotted it. We hit the point immediately. So we're going to go up to $22 on that pass line bet, and we're going to be looking for a new point. And we're going to throw $4 on that craps check. 4-2, 4-5. So we want 5-5 and then a 4-6. And all bet set. Guys, we're calling her quits. 3-4-7. Ouch. As Jen says in the chat, ouch. So it's going to be a short rolling session here, guys. We got a total of 15 rolls in and a total of 4 shooters. Let's go over. I see John just jumped in here. Let's go over and do our statistics for this amazing rolling day. Good morning, John. And we have got a total of 4 shooters. We had a 2, a 5, and a 6. So just amazing. And that 6 actually was like 4 come out rolls. Anyhow, box numbers way down, inside numbers way down. 4s and 10s were really high. Come out 7s are off the charts. Horns high, fields low, hardways low. And we don't know if it was a light side or a dark side play today because it really didn't matter. SOR was amazing, 3.8, and an SRR of a 2.1. But hey, guys, hopefully everything goes better tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to be meeting up with Big AZ. He currently has some car troubles, so he's stuck at the Blue Chip Casino in Indiana, which is about a 45-minute drive away from Harrah's, where I'm supposed to be meeting him tomorrow in the Juliet, Chicago area. Again, we're going to be meeting up with Demon Dog Chris. We're going to be meeting up with Sith Lord Corey, and hopefully a couple of other people. I do plan on playing that Horseman tomorrow, Jen, and that'll be my introductory strategy. But anyhow, guys, in about 15 minutes, John will be going live with his daily paycheck, and then he'll have his Friday follows following that. And I hope everybody has a great weekend and a successful weekend and a safe weekend. My name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Thanks a lot, everyone.